Welcome to King's International Institute of Leadership Academy. Today we are going to learn about self-awareness. What is self-awareness? A self-awareness is the ability to see yourself clearly and objectively through reflection and introspection. Okay, so self-awareness is the ability to, it's a conscious knowledge. What is that? It's a conscious knowledge of one's own character and feelings. That is called the self-awareness. The self-awareness is the ability to focus on yourself and how your actions, thoughts, or emotions do or don't align with your internal standards. If you are a highly self-aware, you can objectively evaluate yourself, manage your emotions, align your behavior with your values, and understand correctly how others perceive you. Okay, so self-awareness involves monitoring our stress. What is that? It's monitoring our stress, thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Okay, so and another one thing, self-awareness represents how clearly we see our own values and our passions, aspirations, fit with our environment reactions. So, what is that? Self-awareness, conscious knowledge. What is that? Conscious knowledge is the ability to focus on yourself and our actions, thoughts, emotions. Okay. So, highly self-aware. This is called the highly self-aware. Okay. So, action means your things done on act. What is that action? What are the things we do every day? How we want to do the actions with our self-awareness. Okay, thoughts, the action or process of thinking, right? Actually, every day, every second we are thinking, our thoughts are running, right? So something we are thinking ourselves unconsciously, that unconscious mind, but we must think before we do something. Okay, so the unconscious is subconsciously running while sleeping also. Okay, but what we do, we want to do everything with the consciousness. That is called the self-awareness. Okay, every action, whatever we do, every action, we must do it with consciously. That is called the self-awareness. And the thoughts also, before we do, before decide to do anything, we must watch our thoughts. Okay, what? Watch our thoughts, how we think, what we have to do, everything we have to think. The next one is emotions. What is that emotion? Emotion is a strong feeling such as love or anger. Okay, so in general, we are have the self awareness. We must control our emotions before do any work, before speak with anyone, before do any activities. Whatever we do before that, we have to do control our emotions and control, watch our thoughts and listen our action also. Okay, so that is called the self-awareness. It's a conscious knowledge. Totally, we define as a self-awareness is a conscious knowledge. Okay, so align your behavior with your values. What is that values? Values, that is, it's a core values. We have, everybody have the values, right? Every human being have some set of values. Okay, the first one is integrity. Okay, helping others, fashion, whatever we do with our values, we must have the values, core values that make up our personality. Values only define our personality, what kind of values we have. So that is the main thing that define how we act in life, how we behave in life. They help us to live, yeah, in a harmony with the world. What is that? Our values. Okay, so we must have we must set the standardized values, human values. Okay, so the values is the most important thing to live a better life. So that is called the uh, uh, it define our behaviors also. What is that? It define our behaviors also. Your behavior, align your behavior with your values. Okay, so we must align our values and the behavior. Okay, so and understand correctly how others perceive you. Okay, we must watch, not every time, no need to watch what others think about you, not like that, but we must know, we must psychologically, we must understand what others think about you. That is most important thing, because if you understand what is going on, okay, with the it's like a body language, we must understand what is going on. Someone will react something we do, body language. Okay, if you do the good things, they will appreciate you. If you do the good bad things, they will discourage you or they will criticize you. So we must watch others every action we do. Sometimes it will help us, it will improve our personality, it will improve our quality of action, quality of emotions, quality of thoughts. So we must watch others, or we must ask the help others to improve our self-awareness and also to develop our personality. Okay, so self-awareness is having a clear and realistic perception of who you are. Okay, so self-awareness is not about uncovering a deep, dark secret from about yourself. Okay, self-awareness is a clear, realistic. Presume means to notice something. Okay, so or someone by using sight, sound, touch, taste, or smell. This is called the perceive. Okay, perception. The perception is the ability to hear. Okay, perception is the ability to hear, aware of something through the senses. Okay, we have all the senses, right? So what are the senses we have? Sound, touch, taste, smell. These are the senses we have. These type of senses helps to um, who we are. Helps to understand who we are. Uh, okay, so next one is self-awareness is not uncovering, about uncovering. This is not uncovering the deep dark about a secret about yourself. Actually, you know yourself, right? You know whatever the secrets you have, but others know or not know about you, your secret. But self-awareness is completely knowing ourselves. Okay, completely knowing ourselves. Whatever we do, we must understand, we must we must have the listen our thoughts before do any work. With aware, we have to do anything. Okay, so this is called the this is one, not only about uncovering a deep dark secret about yourself, but understanding who you are. Okay, it helps to understand who you are. Okay, so next one is why you do what you do. We must ask the question before do any action. Why we are going to do this? Okay, so it will create a good impression or it will create a bad impression. Okay, how you do it. Okay, next question is how we will do this, and the impact this has no others. It will create any impact on others, it will create any trouble for others, it will create any problem for others. Okay, we must think, we must watch, okay, before do any activity. That is called the self-awareness. Self-awareness theory state that when we focus our attention on ourselves, theory, actually there is a lot of theories about self-awareness. The one theory state that when we focus our attention on ourselves, we evaluate and compare our current behavior to internal standards and values. Okay, every time we do our actions, before that we must evaluate ourselves. We are doing right? Is there any mistakes we are in the work, in the action, in the thoughts, whatever? We must notice that. We must evaluate that. Okay, it will compare the current behavior to our internal standards. Standards means there is lot of standards are there, right? So standard, one of the values, human values, habits, emotions, psychological needs, there is a lot of key awareness, self-awareness areas. Okay, so standards and values, we must have the analyze our standards, human standards and values before do any work, and our current condition to our internal standards and values. So that is called the self-awareness theory. Key areas of self-awareness: personality triads. What is that personality triads? Characteristics of qualities that help define you as a unique individual. Personality triad means it is the characteristics of qualities that helps define you as a unique individual. Okay, that is called the personality triads. Personal values, your own ethics and personality goals. Okay, that is called the personal values. Next one is habits. Habit means something that you do often, regularly, right? Every day we are doing the lot of habits, right? Morning we are going to teeth brush, we are taking bath, we are praying with the God. Okay, we are going to the work, we are eating regularly. These are called the habits, right? So next one is emotions. Emotions is a strong feeling, love and anger, whatever the feelings, right? That is called the emotions. Okay, the next one is psychological needs. Physiological needs is essential to for the maintenance of mental health. Okay, that's called the psychological needs only, right? Psychological needs, it's a mental health. What is that? It's a mental health. Essential for the maintenance of mental health. That is called the psychological needs. Self-awareness is arguably the most fundamental issue in psychology. This is a self-awareness. Actually, every time, every day, every second, we are not able to watch our actions, watch our emotions, watch our habits, personal values, what we do. But we must watch sometimes, we must practice, we must make as a habit. That is called the self-awareness. Okay. Uh, the better practice makes man perfect. So we make everything as a habit. We must do subconsciously, not unconsciously. If you do unconsciously, we will do do as a mistake. Okay, but if we practice that every day, we will practice while in the room, in the home, somewhere in the office or with your friends, we will practice. It will create as a habit. That time you are not no need to watch your actions, emotions and thoughts. So what we have to do, we must make as a habit, but it must be defined, disciplined. It must be every day, we must be fine tuned in a correct manner, correct degree. We must fine tune. Okay, that time we just simply watch how we do. You just go out to the mirror. You just whatever, in case if I am going to do the presentation, okay, that time what I have to do, I have to go and watch my words, watch my thoughts, behavior, okay, body language, how I behave with others. Simply I just want to demonstrate myself with the mirror. Okay, that is called the self-awareness. I just practice before that. Okay, that is called the self-awareness. It's a practice. Okay, by making as a habit, you will completely a self-aware person. Okay. So next one is from both the developmental and the evaluationary perspective. Both a developmental and the evaluationary perspective. Okay, what is that evaluation? Developmental means the growth, changes. Okay, so it's a we became. Okay, that is called the developmental. Become, how we became, we make us a habit. Okay, what we have to do, we must develop our sense of awareness, so it will become a habit. Okay, evaluationary means, what is that evaluation? We are all come as a evaluation because we come from our ancient people's practice, right, which living things change and develop over millions of years. As a human being, we are practicing, okay, the habits millions of years. Okay, millions of years we are practicing. Okay, this world is not defined in a overnight. Okay, the Rome was not built within a overnight. Okay, like that. The world is architect. What they done? Every day, the architect of the world defining, okay, refining, building, okay, this world. Okay, so over millions of years, they are developing. What they are doing? They are developing. That is called the evaluation. So that is called the evaluation perspective in rich and complicated subject. This is a very rich and a complicated subject. As a human being, we may never fully understand ourselves. Okay, we are not able to fully understand ourselves. If that is such a destination, we know we can able to predict something about ourselves, but not fully not able to understand ourselves. Okay, but perhaps it's a journey of exploring. It's a exploring. We are exploring every day. Okay, because every time our sense will give some type of habit, some type of reactions while talking with someone or doing some activity. Okay, so we have a lot of talents inside us. Okay, we have a lot of potential inside us. Okay, depends upon the place, sorry, depends upon the environment, depends upon the people, depends upon the work nature of job, our exposure will be explored to the outside of the world. Okay, we have all the capabilities, we have a lot of potential. Okay, so you don't underestimate don't underestimate any human beings. Everybody have a lot of potential to change the world. Okay, so don't underestimate the humans. But perhaps it is a journey of exploring, understanding, and becoming ourselves that make life worth living. Why we are here? We make life worthy living. Okay, becoming ourselves. We are becoming ourselves. Okay, what we do? We are becoming every day. Okay, to make this world a better place. Okay, so this is a introduction of self-awareness. Sorry. The next one is the level of self-awareness. Sorry, this is the level of self-awareness. So how we exactly do children become aware of themselves as separate beings? Okay, so how exactly do children become aware of themselves as separate beings? One major theory of self-awareness introduced by developmental psychologist Clippy Rochat suggests that there are 5 levels of self-awareness. How many? There are 5 levels of self-awareness. Okay, introduced by the developmental psychologist Clippy Rochat suggests that there are 5 levels of self-awareness. Children progress through these stages between birth and approximately age 4 to 5. Okay, so by birth to up to 5 years. Differentiation. The first one is differentiation. A baby begin to acknowledge their own reflection. In the differentiation period, differentiation is nothing but something is set apart from others. Okay, apart from others. They may detect there is something different or special about looking at their reflection. Actually, you just bring to the newborn baby to the mirror. They will never look at the mirror. Actually, they will look very differently. They are not able to face their faces. They will watch, but they will see their own reflection. They are not able to believe that. They don't know exactly who is that. Okay, if you ask that, they will laugh, but they are not able to understand. So that is called the differentiation. The situation, a baby begin to recognize their own reflection. This situation help to understand, recognize their own reflection. Being and movements are separate from those around them. Where they reflect, separate from others, those around them. Okay, that time. Reflection means an image in the mirror. That is called the reflection, right? Manner of being situated. Okay, situation means manner of being, the surrounding of the people, the surrounding, the circumstance. That is called the situation. It separates those around them. Okay, okay. That is next one is reflection. Sorry, next one is identification. Identification. This is the stage during which a child fully knows that it is their own reflection in a mirror. The third stage only the child will understand their reflection in a mirror. Okay, they know this is me. Okay, so like that, this is me, this is our mother, this is our father. Like that they will identify. So that is that third stage. The next one is permanence. They have a complete sense of themselves. Permanence, they have this complete sense of themselves and can identify themselves in picture or videos or even as their appearance changes. Okay, that is called the permanence. The next, where they can able to view in the picture, they can able to identify in the videos and appearance changes, everything in the permanent stage. Staying the same or continuing for a long time, that is called the permanence. The next one is self-consciousness. A child adopts the third person point of view of themselves. They become aware of the idea that others perceive them in certain ways. This may reflect in feelings such as pride or shame. Okay, that is called the self-consciousness. Self-conscious is a one's own act or state of belonging to the originating in oneself. Okay. So here the child understand with the third person's point of view. Okay, they become aware of an idea that others perceive them in certain ways. They will understand and also they will think how they others perceive me, like that. This may result in feeling such a pride or shame. Okay, so these are the levels of self-awareness. The next one is elements of self-awareness. The elements means consciousness. The first element of this, consciousness. This means being aware of your internal experiences. This means being aware of your internal experiences. Internal experience means actually inside our um, cognitive or heartly functional experiences. Okay, mental functional experiences. That is called the internal experiences, including your emotions and thoughts. Okay, emotions means what are that emotions? We already saw that, right? Emotion is the it's a strong feeling of love or anger, sorrow, in general. Thoughts mean the action of processing of thinking. So this is the thoughts and feelings. So conscious level, we are what we it help to aware ourselves, our internal experiences, including our emotions and thoughts. That is called the consciousness. Self knowledge. Self knowledge means this is called this element is focused on your understanding of who you are, including your beliefs, values and motivations. Okay, self knowledge. Okay, beliefs means the feeling of being certain that something exists or it is true. That is called the, what is that? Belief. Values means virtues help to interact with others, human beings. That is called the values. Motivation means the act or process of motivating. That is called the motivations. So self-knowledge focused on understanding who you are. It helps to understand ourselves and also our beliefs, values and motivations. Okay, that is called the self-knowledge. Next one is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is this element is focused on the ability to understand and manage our emotions. Okay, every time we get emotional, sometimes, okay, maybe the emotional means not only the sorrow, but sadness, but also happy, also the like emotion, right? Uh, we will react, depends upon the environment, depends upon the people we met, and also the emotions will be changed. Okay, that is called the emotional intelligence. Okay, this element focused on the ability to understand and manage our emotions, right? Okay, so if we see someone we will get anger, but if we see someone we will get laugh. Okay, so we will see someone we will get emotional cry, because maybe very long time if we met our mother, father, friends. Okay, emotionally we will connect. uh, your lover, your wife, your children. Okay, that time we will be very emotional, but we must control our emotion, we must manage our emotions, right? That is the most important to the success of our life. Next one is self acceptance. Self acceptance means this aspect is centered on accepting who you are and showing yourself compassion and kindness. What is that? Compassion and kindness. Self acceptance. Okay, the act of state of accepting oneself completely and fully. That is called the self acceptance. Compassion means a deep awareness of and sympathy from others' sufferings. Okay, that is called the compassion. Okay, next one is kindness. Kindness means the quality of being friendly. Okay, that is called the kindness. The next one is self-reflection. Okay, self-reflection, these elements of self-awareness involve being able to think deeply about your feelings, thoughts, and goals in order to gain an even better understanding of who you are and your place in the world. Feelings means emotional state. Okay, feelings means our emotional state or reaction with someone, that is called the feelings. But thought means the act or the process of thinking something, right? That is called the thoughts. And the goals. What is that goal? Everybody have the life goals. Okay, do you have goals, right, in your lifetime? Every person must have the goals. It must be short term goals. First we must have the daily goals. Next we have the short term goals. After that we must have the long term goals. The goal help to direct every day. Okay, so it will really help our personality development, our personal growth. So we must set the daily goals. Okay, it will help to achieve our success. Okay, we will learn lot of lessons. We are going to learn in future lot of upcoming lessons there. Goal setting, personal development plan, everything we are going to learn in future within a short period of time. Okay, so the next one is goals, the act of stating clearly what you want to achieve in your life. Okay, what is that? The act of stating clearly what you want to achieve. Okay, that is called the goals. Okay, the self-aware reflection means this element of self-awareness involves being able to think deeply about your feelings, thoughts, and goals in order to gain an even better understanding of who you are and your place in the world. Okay, these are the elements of self-awareness. Okay, next one is how to cultivate self-awareness. Okay, cultivation means what is that? Hmm? Where in the soil we are cultivating the seeds. But as a human being, what we are going to cultivate ourselves? Hmm? We are going to cultivate the values and the good habits, disciplined lifestyle, okay, disciplined manners. Okay, these are the things we are going to cultivate. The good life skills, soft skills, personality development skills, okay, technical skills, okay, life skills. These are the things we are going to cultivate ourselves. Okay, so how to cultivate our self awareness? Here we are going to cultivate our self awareness. Okay, create some space for yourself. First, what we have to do, we must provide the time. We must allocate time for ourselves. Okay, to become mastery of ourselves. Okay, within a room, we must be alone. We must think. We must self-aware to become master in one thing. Okay, to make a habit, to practice a habit. Okay, so that is called the cultivation. Create some space for yourself. Leave yourself sometime space every day. What we have to do, we must be alone every day. We must give some time. We must spend ourselves for some time. First thing in the morning or half an hour before sleep, you when you stay away from the digital distractions. What is that? Digital distractions, and spend some time with yourself. Okay, digital distraction means internet, mobile phone. Okay, that are the digital transactions, TV shows, watching TV. Okay, so first what you have to do, reading. We must read the books every day, at least 10 to 5 pages. Next, we must write something ourselves. We must have the writing habit. Next, meditating. Meditation is a very good habit to make ourselves fully aware. Meditation is the best habit to become more aware. If we meditate every day, the consciousness will improve. The self-consciousness will improve. The self-conscious will develop our self-awareness. Okay, meditation and yoga definitely will help to improve our self-actualization, self-esteem, okay, self-confidence. Okay, so we must meditate every day. We must practice yoga every day and connecting with yourself. This help to connecting with yourself. That is called the create some space for yourself. Next one is practice mindfulness. Next cultivation is practice mindfulness. It's about paying attention to your inner state as they arise. Okay, every time something will arise in our mind, that time we must pay attention to our inner state. Okay, inner state means our mind thought. You can practice mindfulness at any time you want through mindful listening, mindful eating, or walking. Okay, so when actually whatever we do, okay, while eating, while listening others, okay, while listening others, we must pay very good attention. Okay, simply not only nodding the head. Okay, we must self-awarely, what we have to do? Give the full attention. in case your professor is taking the notes, teaching something, but you will write, but you will never write, you will never take a note with fully conscious. Okay, that is called the mindfulness. Okay, the next one is mindful eating. As you are not supposed to eat the junk foods. While eating, you just take the good healthy foods, fruits, vegetables. Okay, if you are a non-vegetarian, you just take chicken, mutton, something. Okay, we must aware of it. What we have to do? We must aware of it. Sorry. Okay, so mindful listening, mindful eating, or walking. What we have to do while walking? We must walk fast, not supposed to run. What we have to do? We must walk fast, but not supposed to run. That is called the mindful walking. Sorry. You just look at the self-awareness, that the picture, you actually, there are the 4 skill sets: skills, personality, values, and interests. You just look at the personality: fact, ideas, concept, reflective, decisive, details, and driven. These are the characteristics of personality. Values: status, creativity, altruism, work-life balance, leadership, stability, and risk. These are the human values. And next, interest is music, biology, health, sport, traveling, and environment. Next, skills: teamwork, analytical, communication, problem solving, motivational, organizational, and technical. So these are the skill sets for self-awareness. Okay, there is a lot of skill sets to become aware, but simply I just noted 4 characteristics. Okay, so this is help to cultivate our self-awareness. The next one is keep a journal. We must write every day something. Writing not only helps us to process our thoughts, but also make us feel connected and at peace with ourselves. Okay, so these also help to peace ourselves. Okay, writing habit is a great habit. Okay, so we must write it every day. Writing can also create a more headspace as you let your thoughts flow out onto the paper. Okay, what is that? It will create a more headspace. Okay, our thoughts flow into the paper. We will write something. Okay, very interesting. Okay, very creative, very innovative. Okay, so writing habit is the very best habit so to become self-aware. Okay, so research shows that writing down things are very grateful for, or even things we are struggling with, helps increase happiness and satisfaction. Okay, struggling means very hard to do something difficult. Okay, headspace, time to think clearly. So this is actually we must write every day. Something we have to write. Okay, if you want to become a writer, if you want to become a journalist, you just write every day, at least 1 page, 1 or 2 pages. Okay, it will give the more creativity. Okay, if you want to be a creative person, you just write every day. Something you write, whatever you think, you just write it down. Okay, and then you correct it down. Okay, next one is practice being a good listener. Listening skill is a very most important thing. Most important skill. Okay, so listening is a most important skill to become aware. Okay, we must listen aware. Listen to become aware. Okay, listening is about being present and paying attention to others' emotions, body movement, and language. How he convey the messages. What is that? What is his body language says? How he emotionally he is telling the story, or emotionally he is speaking, or what is the mood of that speaker? We must listen. Okay, so being present, we will able to notice our the others body language, others emotions, and everything we can able to understand. So we must listen every time while others speaking. It's about showing empathy and understanding without constantly evaluating or judging. It's about showing empathy. Empathy means the ability to understand and share the feeling of others, right? So we are going to share the emotions of others. Okay, understand the feelings of others. Okay, understand with constantly evaluating or judging. Okay, we are not judging. We are not do the prejudge or evaluate every time. Okay, but we must evaluate others. We must judge others. We are not blindly believe someone. We must judge. We must evaluate others, characters. Okay, their behaviors, their attitudes. But at the same time, we are not to do all the time. It will get bored. It may sometimes it will help to, it will never not help, but it what it will do, uh, it will become a very rude. Okay, you may not like that person also. Every time if you are making sorry, if you are judging them, uh, you may not like that person. The attitude may change every time. Okay, we must see the good things in others, but we are not able to do the micromanagement. We are not supposed to do uh, we are not supposed to watch every time their attitudes and activities. That is the very most uh, unwanted thing. Okay, so that is called the, so you want we must become a self-aware person, right? Okay, good listener. Okay, when you become a good listener, you will also be a better at listening to your own inner voice and become the best friend of yourself. Okay, so inner voice, you will become a better listener. You own your inner voice. In case if you are practicing yourself, you also become your here your own your inner voice. Okay, you will listen your voice also and become the best friend of yourself. You become your best friend of yourself. Gain different perspectives. Ask for feedback. Sometimes we can be too afraid to ask what others think of us. Yes, sometimes the feedback may be biased or even dishonest, but you will be able to differentiate them from real, genuine, and balanced feedback as you learn more about yourself and others. Actually, we must have the feedback from others. It will help to, uh, but but uh, actually, what he is telling, we must get the biased or even dishonest, but you will be able to differentiate them from real, genuine, and balanced feedback as you learn more about yourself and others. Bias means unreasonable like or dislike. I actually, everyone may like, may not like. That is depends upon their mindset. Okay, so we are not able to force them. Okay, so we must have their feedback. Hmm? That is called pessimistic means describe the state of the mind, someone who always accept the worst. What is that? Accept the worst. Okay, you will be able to differentiate them from real, genuine, and balanced feedback as you learn more about yourself and others. Research has shown conducting 360-degree feedback in the workplace is a useful tool to improve managers' self-awareness. But in the top MNC organizations, CM level 5 organizations, they will research about the people's attitudes and work and something, whatever they will how they behave with the clients. Um, Everything will be, they will watch. Okay, so that time we must have the feedback. The feedback would really helpful to improve ourselves. Okay, not only managers, ourselves also it's very useful. So we are not, we all have the blind spots. Okay, he's telling everybody have the blind spot. We don't know ourselves fully. Okay, we are not able to fully aware. So the feedback system will help you to understand and remove our blind spots. It will help to really help to improve ourselves. So it's helpful to gain different perspective to see the full picture of ourselves. What is that? Full picture of ourselves. So gain different perspectives. Here, next one is 10 signs you lack self-awareness. Okay, this is a signs of, um, what is that? Lack of self-awareness. Lack means fact that something is not available and that is not enough. Okay, so that is called the self-awareness. Sorry, lack of self-awareness. Bias means what? You have a self-serving bias. Self-serving bias means unreasonably we will like or not like someone. Okay, you cannot give up control. You cannot give up control means because we must have the control of our emotions, feelings, and thoughts. Otherwise, we are not control ourselves. So we cannot give up control. Some the self we must be aware. We must control ourselves. That is called the self-awareness. Okay, it's going. Everything is going without controlling. So you are not in with the aware person. Okay, we must have our self-control. Okay, you are pessimistic. Describe the state of mind of someone who is always expecting the worst. You are pessimistic. You are expecting worst from the people, right? Eh? Okay, you must be an optimistic, right? Not pessimistic person. Okay. So next one is you think you are always right. If you think you are always right, you are lack of self-aware. Okay, so that is the most important thing. You tend to overreact. Someone will overreact everything. Okay, and that is a human tendency. Everybody nowadays, most of the people doing the same, right? They are overreacting for everything. Okay, next, you don't accept feedback. If you are accept others' feedback, you are lack of self-awareness. Okay, you don't know who you are. Definitely you are not able to understand you and also others. So you must accept the feedback also. You are not open-minded. You are moody. You are shy person. Okay. If you want to be a self-aware person, you must be open-minded. We must speak freely. Okay, we must interact with others so that it will help you to become self-aware. You are impulsive. Impulsive means a sudden strong wish to do something. Okay, suddenly you will do like a madman. Okay, you just go on doing something very strongly without accepting anything. Unexpectedly you will do. That is called the impulsive things. You attract drama. The drama things. Okay. Someone put dramas always. Nowadays, everybody is making the drama. Okay. So the lack of self-awareness, they are making the dramas. Okay. You cannot let go of the past. Okay. You are always living in the past, not live in the present, not living for the past. Sorry, future. You are always, you just never let go of the, cannot let go of the past. Okay. These are the signs of lack of self-awareness. Okay. The next one is the 5 ways to increase your self-awareness. Okay. Create space and time. What is that? Create space and time. Hmm. Connect with yourself daily. Okay. The next one, what we have to do, we must connect with yourself daily. While we must, first thing we have to do, create a space and time. We must spend alone daily at least 1 hour, half an hour to 1 hour. We must spend. We must connect ourselves. Okay, we must think ourselves. We must write for ourselves. Okay, we must plan for ourselves. Okay, that is called the self-awareness. The space-time will provide action plan for the entire day or a next week, entire month, entire year. Okay, so every day we must connect ourselves daily at least half to 1 hour. Avoid digital distractions, right? Already we learned, right? We must avoid the digital transactions. Curve out solitude. Curve out solitude means to make an object or shape by cutting the board or stone. Curve means, right? A solitude means the state of situation of being alone. Solitude. Curve out solitude. Okay. So next one is practice mindfulness. Pay attention to your inner state as it arises. We must pay attention whatever we think. Try mindful walking, eating and listening. We must try mindful walking, eating and listening. Journal your awareness. Process your thoughts through writing. Record your inner states. The next one is practice listening. Okay, pay attention to the speaker. Observe emotions and body language. Don't judge or evaluate. Gain a different perspective. Ask for feedback. We already learned for the elements, right? This is the things, okay? They really help to improve our self-awareness. Next one is barriers to self-awareness. Lack of mindfulness. First one is, what are the barriers? That is called the lack of mindfulness is a barrier. Okay, lack of mindfulness. The next one is cognitive bias. Cognitive bias means systematic error in thinking. Cognitive bias means systematic error in the thinking. Okay, that is called the cognitive bias. This also the error means mental distractions, mental problems, okay, mental health issues. That is called the systematic errors. Okay, so next one is unwilling to seek feedback. Unwilling to seek feedback. Someone has never accepted the feedbacks. Okay, actually, most of the people are not giving the feedback. They are criticizing. That's why people are not like to get the feedback. Okay, there is a lot of difference between the feedback and the um, feedback and criticism. Most of the people are doing criticizing others. That's why anyone not like to get the feedback. No one is not giving the genuine feedback. That is a real problem nowadays. Okay, so we must have the genuine feedback. Okay, we must also provide, we must also get. Okay, that's why they are unwilling. So we must seek the feedback from others. Confirmation bias. Confirmation bias means is a tendency of human beings to achieving, search, interpret, and retain the information, right? So that matches their perception and motions and beliefs. Okay, confirmation. We must confirm that. Actively search or interpret and retain the information, right? Sorry, this is called the confirmation bias. A tendency of human beings. Mm, that is called the next one is self remembering self versus experiencing self. Remembering self is experiencing self. Experiencing self means actually the whatever we do every day we are experiencing something. Okay, but that is called the experiencing self. Remembering self means it's related to the cognitive thinking. Okay, so we must think before we act. That is called as remembering. Experience means is a subconscious. Okay, if we practice, we may get experienced. That is called the remembering with experiencing. Remembering simply cognitive. Experiencing means action. Okay, so these are the things to barriers of self-awareness. Okay, how to improve your self-awareness? Take time to meditate. Okay, what first we have to do? We must meditate every day. Write down your goals. We must write down our goals. Okay, goals, already saw that. Okay, the act of stating clearly what you want to achieve in your life. Okay, that is called the goals. Get feedback at work. Okay, you just ask your manager and your colleagues and your friends. You must ask the feedback at work. Okay, whatever you do, if you have any doubt, okay, you must get the feedback. Talk to your friends. We must talk freely to our friends. Okay, to improve our self-awareness. Keep a diary. We must write something in a diary. Okay, create a life timeline. Okay, we must set the time goals. Okay, what we have to do? Timeline, a graphical representation of period of time. Okay, sorry. Timeline means a graphical representation we must have. Feedback means information, statements of opinion about something. Okay, the next one is be objective. Objective means what is that objective? Is something you plan to achieve. That is called the objectives, right? Whatever we do, we must have the objective. What we are going to achieve. Okay, that is called the objective. Okay, be objective person. Accept yourself. Okay, but acceptance means what is that acceptance? Okay, so whatever we do, the mistakes, you are not supposed to accept. We must correct it. But acceptance means others may criticizing, that is not an issue. Okay, so we must be careful, be aware our words while speaking and the thoughts while thinking, our emotions while reacting. We must do that, but at the same time we accept ourselves. Okay, this is our character, this is our attitude, but in case if you are doing mistakes, we must correct it. That is called the acceptance. Okay. Next one is take personality tests. Yesterday we saw a lot of personality types, right? So we must find out our personality, right personality type. So Myers-Briggs personality test is available in the internet online. You just take online test anytime. Okay, it's free of cost. Lot of assessment tests are in their market. You just do it. Take a time to read. We must take time to read. At least half an hour we must read every day. Learn new skills. At least weekly or monthly one book we must complete. At least weekly one book we must complete. It really help to our personal development. Okay. So learn new skills. Depends upon the industry innovation. Okay. So we must work because every day the industry is changing. The globalized world is changing. Okay, so we must be an updated, skilled person. Okay, we must stay prepared always. Not a be prepared person, we must stay prepared person. Next one is adopt a new hobby. Okay, we must have the hobby. Hobby is an activity you enjoy doing in your spare time, right? But now we are doing hobby as a work, right? So next one is sign up for a training sessions. Okay, there is a lot of training sessions available in the market. Online training, classroom training, wherever you are. If you are in a workplace, in the office also conducting a lot of trainings, right? We must sign up for a training session. Identify in demand skills. Okay, now what is the demand skill? AI, artificial intelligence, is a very high demand skill. Okay, like that, we must identify our demand skills. Try a new schedule. We must try a new schedule. Okay, every day we must make the goal. We must put a schedule. Okay, so we depends upon the schedule, depends upon the goal. We must work on the day. So it will really help to achieve a great success. Commit to an exercise routine. Okay, we must make a habit. We must do every day as a exercise. Okay, exercise. Commit to an exercise routine. Okay, set big goals. Next one is set big goals. Big goals means it must be long-term goals. Actually, some peoples will do set a small goals. It's easily achievable. Okay, there is nothing to learn over the simple goals or a small goals. We must set a very big goals. We must work for that. We must learn for that. We think to innovate about that goals. Okay, we must practice that goal every day to reach that goal. Okay, so we must set the big goals. Change your mindset. Okay, so the attitude is changing every day, right? We must also change our mindset. Okay, what we have to do? We must change our mindset. Find a mentor. There is a lot of mentors available around you and are in the market. Okay, there is a lot of trainers, leaders, okay, guides, mentors available in the market. So we must find the right mentor. Depends upon your work, depends upon your mindset, depends upon the skill set. There is a lot of mentors available in the market. You just find the right mentor. uh, they will help you to achieve whatever you want. Okay, this is called this is the steps to improve our self-awareness. Okay, thank you so much for your great time. Today we learned a lot about self-awareness. Stay with us. There is a lot of upcoming videos to develop our personality and soft skills. Okay, so thank you so much for your great time.